I'm ready for the taste.
I was gonna add something.
Actually, I'm getting
Fruits, tropical fruits.
I got the smallest hint of nacho cheese Doritos.
Okay, that's you're insane. Welcome back to Spirits Collective.
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Alex.
And this is the show where we all learn to drink together.
And today we have a special treat for you guys because we're drinking El Tequileno.
Yeah.
This is El Tequileno Platino Blanco. Of course, if it's the category that we want to stick to on this channel, 100% de agave. It is currently produced at NOM 1108. The proof is 80, as it is with most tequilas. The water source is natural spring water. They age it in pipones, and they use a roller mill to crush the agave. And this one is infamous for using autoclaves, as we know from our other El Tequileno episode. This is also rested in oak barrels, and as always, additive free, anything El Tequileno. That is El Tequileno Platino Blanco. So, you're probably a little confused, right?
No.
Okay. You're not confused?
Nope.
Okay, well, some of you might be confused because I said rested, and you're like, whoa, I thought Blancos were unaged. The CRT allows you to age it up to 2 months, obviously not the full 2 months. So that's probably why this is so expensive. It is a Blanco, but it should be a little more mellower because it is rested in barrels. This is also El Tequileno. They're known for using autoclaves, which we know is what, Aiden?
An Instapot.
It's like a giant Instapot that they don't use stone brick ovens. It cuts the cooking time by a lot. And yeah, but El Tequileno, the Repo that we've tried from the same line of tequilas, was one of our favorites. So I'm not too worried about it anymore. I think it just depends on the distillery. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think of the bottle? Well, obviously, we've seen this bottle before, but do you think you prefer it with a nice clear spirit or something with a little more color like the other one?
I have no preference. They both look pretty good to me. Yeah. And
yeah, it's a nice bottle.
If anything, maybe I prefer like with a little bit more color, but this is nice too.
But yeah, I think it is a very pretty bottle. I think it's a great name, and I think choosing blue for the Blanco expression is smart. I think it's very fitting. I actually have had experience with this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. While I was down in Mexico, I bought my uncle a bottle of El Tequileno Platino Blanco for $20.
When was this?
It was a few weeks ago.
That's pretty messed up.
It's insane, right? $20.
No, we were supposed to try this on the show.
Okay, but here's the thing. It wasn't exactly the same.
What are you talking about?
The alcohol content
you go to 35,
was less.
35?
No, it's on average they're 38% alcohol over there.
Wow, 2%.
I'm not sure why. Certain distillers will be like, no, we're only making 80 proof stuff. But for the most part, the tequilas you're gonna find over there are 38% alcohol. This one is 80 proof, so we get the full 40% alcohol content.
I hope it tastes different for you, Alex.
I'm pretty sure it will, but not by a lot. It was very pleasant, but let's get into that cork sound. It was a little baby pop.
Yeah, this is a half bottle.
It is a half bottle, so. I'm getting some... They're dropping pretty quickly,
What is
actually.
that, man? Is there stuff in yours, too?
No. Probably just the Glencairn.
Dirty-ass Glencairn. So I can see there's like a slight tint of like...
Yeah, it's not
there's like a hue.
white.
Yeah, it's not white, for sure.
It's not the standard Blanco color. The tears form pretty quickly for me, but then they drop pretty slow. So I'm expecting a little more thicker, a little more richer, creamier, silkier. Something amazing, something fantastic.
I don't know. Let's get in there for a smell.
What are you expecting? He's in there already.
All right, so
do you think that's raw or cooked agave? I want to say that's more raw.
I say that's more cooked, man. It smells like it was burned up. It smells
Other
like
than
an agave soup.
I'm getting like that agave, but like also that agave sugar, that agave sweetness.
It's like an agave soup that your grandma makes on a summer day, which just sounds freaking terrible. Anyways, the agave smell is too much. I mean, a lot for me. I
think it's just right. It's not like a punch in your face of a nasty young agave. That's why some tequilas smell so freaking bad, is because they use premature agave plants.
Someone left us a comment. They kind of explained some stuff about my eyes is itchy. Some using young agave, like how they force it, and it tastes bad. And then he also said that because it tastes so bad, they try to come up with their own flavors, which is why you get products like 818.
Yeah, and this is all because they're trying to streamline this and mass produce it, because it's all about the sales, right? Because that's what these celebrity-backed tequilas are, is they're just trying to make money. So they use younger plants, which in turn kills the soil, because the soil aren't getting the full amount of nutrients that they would have had they aged the agave as long as it should have been. So it's just really screwing up the industry. It's not very good.
My guess is they're just hoping that people who just want to take shots are just going to buy it because it's under their name.
Or people who aren't
people who don't care
as
about
informed. Like I wasn't as informed, and I thought I knew a lot about tequila. I'd done been dead wrong. So
the agave smells not really, really strong. It's just, for me, it's strong enough to where I can't really pick up anything else.
Yeah, it's similar to the other one. The nose was very disappointing, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
But this one is the opposite for me. This is a Blanco, so I'm not expecting much of what I would get from a repo. This is El Tequileno Platino Blanco.
On the palate. Whoa, that is sweet.
Right? Very sweet. Getting a pepperiness. And I am getting a bit of a bitter oak flavor in the finish. Which is kind of funny to say because this is a Blanco.
God damn. There's something, it's so sweet. Like there's this intense sweetness.
It's sweet, but like I said, this is aged. And I don't know if you remember from the repo, but they use open air fermentation, right? And throughout all their distillery, they have 100-year-old mango trees. So they use open air fermentation, which means that they use that airborne yeast that's all around us to ferment the spirit. And I'm thinking that it picks up on the mango peel and it seeps into the tequila. But also tequila is also naturally very sweet. So I think it's a combination of multiple things.
This is kind of like an agave fruit salad, where the agave is more dominant, but you have things like pineapples and mangoes in there. But there's one other thing that I'm picking up that I really, really dislike. Although this is not a bad tequila, I feel like it like if you had that fruit salad, it was sweetened with stevia.
With stevia. Like you picked up stevia, or
no? It's sweetened? Like if it was sweetened with something like stevia. I don't know, but I'm not very fond of it. If it would have just gone away, I'd be cool with it. But that sweetness is kind of sticking to the back of my neck or to the back of my throat. So every time I swallow, I'm getting like a sweetness, and it feels in like an artificial sweetness.
It's definitely not artificial.
That's just me though.
Because it's not on the nose. There's no cotton candy. There's no cake batter.
Yeah, but other than that, everything else was it was very smooth, very sweet, delicious. It was just that this lingering kind of sweetness that I'm not too fond of.
It's insane how sweet it is.
It's really sweet, right?
But
it almost feels unusual, to be honest.
Yeah, but like I said, it's naturally very sweet, right? And if you haven't had sweeter tequilas, it's probably because you've been drinking where they use the younger agaves that they're not supposed to harvest yet. I liked it. I didn't get much of that stevia taste, but we all have different palates.
That weird sweetness, like sweet and low, all those types of sugars, like they kind of linger for a little bit, and it's like an over exaggerated sweetness.
I have a bitterness lingering.
Oh.
Not so much of a sweetness lingering.
So because of all that, I'm interested to see what this is going to be like on the rocks, because usually ice makes everything more bitter for me, especially tequilas.
This one might be a little different because it is rested. It's still a Blanco, but it's rested.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see. We're back with On the Rocks.
All right, let's just get right in there so we don't dilute it.
We're gonna do that more often because we don't like diluting it. So we want to get in right in there.
Same flavor for me, man.
For me, it made it worse. I don't know. That was weird. Not a fan. Anyway, I'm gonna get in there.
Yeah.
Made it sweeter for me. Oh.
I don't like it.
I'm getting the bitterness at the end. A little more bitter, not as bitter as I thought it was gonna be.
I feel like that sweetness is
still
there.
very
It's
sweet.
just like,
Shut up. That's good. I dig it.
I'm not a fan of it on the rocks.
Yeah, and most tequilas are usually pretty disappointing on the rocks.
And that
but
still,
some have surprised us, so we keep doing it.
It still has that sweetness, though. That's just like weird. It's just a weird sweetness. I don't know how to explain it.
It's like I feel like it is. It's that agave sweetness with like tropical fruits mixing in together.
It's like an agave fruit salad, like I said.
And then maybe like a slight vanilla from putting it in the pipones, which is a giant barrel. So it's probably just like a combination of things. It's definitely very sweet. Like you could.
This is the sweetest tequila I've had so far.
Yeah, you could sip it and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" For me, it's a no on the rocks. I mean, it's a whatever on the rocks for me.
For me, it's a no.
For me, neat is more pleasant. Adan, being someone who's not really the tequila guy on the channel, you're more of the whiskey guy. What do you think of El Tequileno Platino Blanco? And did it being aged surprise you a little bit?
So this tequila was really smooth, super easy to drink. So it did surprise me in that front. But
for a white spirit,
for a white spirit, it was very very smooth and very easy to drink. But there's like this, it's like a very intense sweetness. I would recommend to a beginner, sure, but it's not gonna be like some other tequilas that you're gonna try. That's for sure. It's very different, and to me personally, it's a little too sweet.
It is very sweet.
It's a little too sweet for me, but overall, it's an alright experience. Definitely don't do it on the rocks.
I would recommend it for beginners or connoisseurs, because like you said, it's very smooth. You would not expect it. It's very sweet. You would not expect it. Also confirmed additive free, so you're not getting cake batter or cotton candy. So it's all like, it's like for me, it was more of like a fruity sweetness, which was nice. And but yeah, it is pretty sweet. It's crazy. It's crazy how sweet it is. But the agaves have a lot of sugar in them, and they use autoclave, so maybe it's the way they use the autoclave that brings out even more of that sugar, even more of that sweetness. But yeah.
How much is this bottle, man? I don't think we talked about that.
So it'll probably be like $55. El Tequileno is a premium brand. Like I said, this is their premium line. They have another line that's less expensive. This is the Platino Blanco, and you're paying for that Blanco that's been rested. So it's not a repo, but it's not just a unaged, 100% unaged spirit.
El Tequileno.
El Tequileno. As always, drink what you like and drink responsibly. Cheers, everyone.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment your bottle recommendations, because we do take those really seriously.
And follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
Follow us on YouTube. Hit that like button. Click that little bell with the little ringing symbol on it. It helps the algorithm. And as always, we'll see you next week.